All right, we are live. Back to our regularly scheduled program here. Had to start a little bit later today. Oops, got my mic on. Had to start a little bit later than normal today because the restaurant was super busy. Obviously, because it's Christmas, and just had to wait it out a little bit. But happy to be here. Happy to be set up. All the technology is working compared to Wednesday last week when we were on the roof, which we will figure out at some point in time. We'll get that going, and we will make that into a regular spot. But I really like it up there. Today it's a little noisy in the background, but I think I got the levels correct, so we don't have to. Hopefully, you guys can let me know if it's bothering you or if it's too noisy, because we'd be able to turn it down a little bit. But it's a nice, beautiful day here in the grill. A little bit of an overcast. I was a little bit worried about the rain, but it seems to be holding out, and it doesn't look like we're going to get any rain. Hopefully it holds off. I'm always looking to the north to see whether or not we have any rain clouds coming in. This is the view we have today. The waves are, slightly rough. I would say rougher than normal for sure. This is definitely the winter vortex or whatever it is that's passing through the entire United States, and especially the Northeast. So I'm sure this is what that has to do with. But easy breezy today. Everybody is chilling. Happy, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody had a great Christmas weekend and Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Super chill here at Travelers. Everybody just kind of hanging on the beach. I'll pan the camera at some point, but everybody just kind of just chilling on the beach. Like I said, we got a little bit of a rough waves happening, so it's eating away at the beach. I would say probably took away maybe about a third of the beach that we normally would have, but it'll come back. It always does. It always does. But that's what's happening over here. As far as the agenda today, we're open. I got a couple of clips I know that I promised. Specifically, we got a little room tour of the bungalows, otherwise known as the cottages. And so we got 2 videos on that. And then I also did a video this morning just documenting my run and just giving the vibe of the morning on Christmas Day, and shouted out a few properties that I stopped by intermittently. Like, there was no real rhyme or reason why I stopped at certain properties, but I thought it was poignant to stop at certain parts of the beach and kind of give a view back and forth of where I was at that moment in time on the beach. So we got that. At some point, we'll strategically put that in. And more than anything else, it's just catching up. And again, don't have a specific agenda. This is not going to be, at least not that I have planned, going through any articles or happenings that's going on. Want to keep it chill here on Christmas Day and bring you some nice sunshine and waves. And as I'm looking out, you can see some white caps very deep in the distance. I'm not sure you can see that on camera, but just interesting that the waves are forming that far out. Just gives you an idea of the roughness that's happening. But please let me know where everybody's chiming in from. As you all know, I like hearing that. So let me know what city, state, country, province that you are chiming in from, and we can get things going. And let's get over to the comments. And well, says Merry Christmas, Throp. Happy to spend this time with you. Awesome. Very happy to spend it with you as well. I feel honored that you all are in the chat room and on this live stream with me today. Merry Christmas, Justin. Great to see you. Great to have you. Dale Clark, Merry Christmas to you. Dale Clark says Merry Christmas to everyone. Justin says Cowboys gave me my Christmas present last night. Congratulations. Not going so well with my Jets. This is very embarrassing. But this is typical Jets behavior. As a Jets fan, this is what we're used to. Just lifting us up to break us down type thing. This is a typical Jets season. This is a typical Jets way to go. So So it goes. Happy for you and your Cowboys, though, Justin. Chris Charles says, my very best of the holiday season to Throp and our Throp fam. Thank you, Chris Charles. Strong Island in the house. Hello, Dale. Chiming in from Alexandria, Virginia. Veronica Tate says, Merry Christmas to Throp and everyone. Andrew Blake, hey, happy Christmas and holidays, people, and all the best for 2023 to all the Throp family. Thank you very much, Andrew. Ebony X says, happy holidays, Throp and chat. Yvonne says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Millicent Watson says, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Same to you all. Rose says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Michael Blackwell is asking what the temperature is down here. Let me get you the exact temperature. So it's 80. It says 85 degrees on the weather app here, which it does not feel like 85 degrees. I mean, who am I to say? But it definitely doesn't feel like 85 degrees. I mean, I feel like I'd be sweating a lot more. It is warm and it's nice, but it's comfortable, I would say. It's, if this is 85, it's a comfortable 85 degrees. And it also says that there are no clouds and the sun is shining. So take that with a grain of salt. But according to this, 85 degrees. Michael's chiming in from Washington, D.C. Pleasure to have you on this Christmas day. And Rose is in Jamaica. Which part of Jamaica are you, Rose, if you don't mind sharing? Ebony X is chiming in from the BX. Brian Spencer, Merry Christmas to you and the family, Brian. Jane says, Merry Christmas from Chili Lake Worth, Florida. Yeah, I hear it's like in the 30s in Florida. Yeah, can somebody confirm that? That sounds crazy to me. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Donna Marie says, blessed Christmas to you, Throp, and loved ones from Miami. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, Rose. Okay. Met you the other day. Cool. Yes. I remember. All right. Nice that you're still here. Cool. Wayne says, happy holidays to you as well. Max and Relax says, Merry Christmas to you too. All right. Great to hear from everybody. And awesome that you guys are spending Christmas Day hanging out here on the beach. Sorry it's not sunshiny, but it's better than some of the weather that everybody else is experiencing, right? So no complaints here, no complaints whatsoever. Sonia Ross says hello from Maryland, where it's 18 degrees. That's crazy. I'm actually going to Atlanta tomorrow, and I checked the weather this morning, and it said it was 17 degrees, and it's warmed up to 32 degrees in Atlanta. I don't have any winter clothes here. I wasn't expecting it to get that cold in Atlanta, but I'm just there for one day, so I guess I can manage, right? I'll be okay with a hoodie. Madness, craziness. All right. What should we start out with? Let's see. We're probably gonna. All right, so we'll start out with this run. So for those who got here early, I guess you get a treat. So I'm gonna probably show this again. Sorry for everybody who showed up early and that's gonna watch this twice, but I will. Should I show it now? Yeah, let's just show it now, and then I'm gonna show it again depending on how long we go. Maybe in another half hour or 45 minutes, we'll show it again. Hold on, let's get some get in the comments real quick, and then we'll show the video. Andrew Blake says, "Throp, do you have any decorations in your hotel?" Yeah, we have there's a Christmas tree like right over my shoulder, and then we have a Christmas tree in the lobby. We have lights out front. We have lights along the garden, Christmas lights that is. And so yeah, we do have decorations. Ebony X says, I heard Florida is cold. I heard the same thing. Suzette Finn says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, Suzette. Michael Blackwell says, talk about how we can reserve accommodations at your spot. Sure, I can do that. I was actually just speaking with somebody about that. Good family friend and huge repeat visitor, repeat guest. And I just recommend people now, like especially during the winter for sure, is to book early, because we've been running a very high occupancy, or we are running a very high occupancy for the winter. And also and also understand like COVID kind of messed things up, not necessarily in a bad way in terms of off season and season, where this year, last year, we didn't really experience an 2022. Yeah, didn't really experience an off season, and that looks like that's what's going to happen in 2023. And so, if you are looking to book with us, I just highly recommend you just do it sooner rather than later, as early as possible. I have a lot of friends asking me, and even family asking me for rooms, and we just don't have it. We just don't have it because we're booking out really earlier than normal. We're booking out during I would even weekdays, but during weeks and months that are normally traditionally slow, and then people can just come in, walk in, and get a room or book, maybe a day or a week before. That no longer seems to be the case, or at least no longer seems to be the norm. So I just would recommend that, and I would say that for any place in Jamaica, and definitely Negril. I've heard this from other hotels as well that are running these relatively high occupancies relative to what the traditional season would be. So just something to keep in mind when you are looking to book a trip to Jamaica or a vacation, and especially here at Travelers, we're very thankful for that. And demand is getting up there, and of course, with the renovations that we've been doing to the property, that also raises the interest of booking the hotel, and we are trying to make our product as competitive as possible and really give the best possible guest experience that we can to everyone that stays with us. And we continue to do that with every physical improvement, every improvement that we have to our service and the team. So again, I would just recommend book as early as you possibly can. You can book through. I'm going to give you the WhatsApp number. This is probably your best bet to get in contact. I would say WhatsApp and email, but WhatsApp you just get what would I say, a more direct answers and more probably quicker. So I'm just gonna throw the number in here. The number is 876-841-1062, and then you can also shoot an email at reservations@tbresorts.com. Oops, put an exclamation point there on accident. So yeah, reservations@tbresorts.com. Okay, so hope that thank you for the question, and hope that helps. All right, where are we at now? Sorry, just going back to the comments. Elaine Allen Bradley says, "Stay safe, Throp. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, Mrs. Bradley." Carrie Palmer says it's 26 degrees in New York. Yesterday was 9. Yeah, that's chill. That's crazy. I don't know the last time I felt that temperature. I don't know. I can't remember. Thank goodness. 9 degrees. That's really bad. I probably, if I was in New York, I would still be running in it. And I like running in the cold, but I don't know about that cold. Bless Green Chick says, blessings, Throp. Blessings to you as well. Thanks for jumping in. Lorraine says, Merry Christmas from Chile, Long Island. Blessings on blessings. Thank you for joining, Lorraine. Nice to have you here. Max and Relaxin says Florida is 30 degrees here now. Whew. Ewan says it was 27 degrees this morning. That's crazy. That I never would have thought. I never would have thought that. Is that obviously it's not normal, but has that happened before? Oh, the sun is coming out. Hold on, I got to make some adjustments in the camera. It's me alone again today, so let me just do that. Do that real quick. Hold on. All right, looks much better. All right. Jeff says, I had a great stay there, but the high US dollar really makes things pricey for Canadians. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what's going to happen with that in terms of these currency fluctuations. But it was nice to have you. Thanks for staying with us. Welcome. Season's greeting to you all. Thank you. B. Isaiah says, Peace Drop. Do you have any updates as to when they are going to build the bypass from Lucy to Hopewell? Lucy and Hopewell. No updates. I just know the only thing that I know is that Lucy, was it Lucy to Hopewell? That's Lucy and Hopewell. So I know the Lucy one, the last I saw was that's the number one bypass that they have on the list. At least it was the top of the list. I don't know when that's going to happen. Good question. I will make note to try to find out. And when I say find out, it's probably going to be, unless I hear it from somebody official. Like usually like you hear like rumors, and then sometimes like I will bring it to you all and I will tell you it's rumors, that this is like what I heard. But I will, sometimes that is a good indication of at least people are talking about it, the decision makers, things are being put into place, but haven't heard anything on that in a while. I know it's like well needed, especially during this holiday season and as we move deeper and deeper into the winter season. And I'm sure anybody who's gone through Lucy coming from the airport and it was delivery day or whatever have you, you could be sitting there for quite some time. And then even when it rains really, really hard and that retaining wall that they have in Lucy and get like overflows, it's very, very hard to pass. So I don't know when that's going to happen. I will let you know. Same with Hopewell. I don't know when that's going to happen either. In Hopewell, as again, I'm sure many of you are aware, that is another crazy bottleneck because of that. Deliveries too, but then that I don't know where that hill goes up to. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That is what really also slows down traffic. Sometimes all the way to, like past Round Hill, if you're going to Negril, like that traffic will be backed up over there. So, yeah, those are bypasses that we are all looking forward to, and I even understand they're looking to do one for Bogue as well, which is not so bad. Like that one isn't so bad, but I'm not going to argue with it. They do 2 or 3 of those. Forget about it. You're going to be in the grill in 40 minutes without even speeding. Because I've done, well, I'm speeding, but like I've done Negril Montego Bay Negril, I should say, like late night, coming back from a movie or something like that, and I've done it in like 45 minutes, 40 minutes, and because there's nobody on the road, there's nobody there at all, and that speaks to it being more not of a distance problem, but more of a congestion problem. At least that's the way I interpret it. And having a bypass road to take some traffic off of the existing one road that we do have going to and from Montego Bay. Huge difference. Even here in Negril, I would say, just over the last couple of days, just going downtown, like the traffic is really, really, really picking up. Same thing with on the boulevard. The traffic is picking up tremendously. It just takes you just have to put in your mind, at least it's what I keep telling myself, that you just have to be very patient going through Negril. And people are like just traversing from one end to another. They got to leave a little bit earlier than normal. And I think that's for several reasons. I think there is a slight uptick in population. Obviously, now during the winter season, there's an uptick in people visiting. But then also, we got to keep in mind the rumble strips that are there too. That also slows down traffic on the boulevard, which is very necessary. And I do think that it's important. You can put it down there. Yeah, I think it's important that those stay in place. Like it's needed, they're saving lives, and leaving my house early, another additional 10 minutes, that's fine. Small sacrifice to make. But I do think again that there are more cars on the road, there are more people on the road. And we talked about there being a bypass. I might as well bring up the map, right? They were talking about doing a bypass of Norman Manley Boulevard from, I think it was either Green Island or Orange Bay to Sheffield, I want to say. Don't quote me on that, but it was something to that effect. Something to that effect as we talk about different bypasses. I'm gonna fix the camera in a second. I see it's a little blown out there, but still looking pretty clean. But let's get up this map here. And all right, so this is the map of Negril, and you all know I love the map. And this is the 7-mile white sand beach of Negril here. And we're moving south. And so this is downtown Negril. So this is the roundabout. And so this is where like a lot of congestion, like the last few days. Of course, it's Christmas, it's busy. I understand that. But even like during normal times, like around, like we have rush hour now, like honestly, like around 5 o'clock, like the roads are busy, 5, 6 o'clock, the roads are really, really busy. And, you really got to take your time going through the town, which I think is fine, but it just really wasn't like that in the past. And so anyway, we're here downtown. This is Fire Station Road. This is the Negril Police Station, Fire Station. And then this is the Negril Bus Park. So as far as the bypass is going to go, I don't know where that's going to be, because if we zoom out here and say there is somebody who's coming from, say, Orange Bay, and they don't have any business here along Negril. This is the only road that we have going down the beach road. I mean, it would be really good and if they need to get to Sheffield, are they going to Sav, for example? If there was a bypass from Orange Bay, or even Green Island, that that if you don't have any business in Orange Bay, in the town of Negril, or even downtown, and it just would become it would just cut that out. And the only way I could see them doing that, if it's going to be, I mean, maybe it would be Green Island, I don't know, but you just would have to cut across here. These are mountains, so I don't know how they would do that. And maybe it would come through here. And if they came through here, you got to pass the Negril River. It's going to be interesting to see. But this is what I heard. This is what I heard and understand they're going to be doing. I don't know how they're going to be traversing this, because also we got to remember that this is all protected area, Great Morass, and it's a very, very important part of the ecosystem that we have here in Negril. So they can't cut through here. Like this is completely out of the question. This is a protected area, and that would happen. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know when they're going to be doing that or how they're going to be doing it, but I understand that it is coming. All right. Chris says, let's go to the Throp map. That's right. That's right. Oh, man. Everybody's saying how cold it is in Florida. I'm sorry to hear. Shane, yeah, anytime I get the opportunity to bring up the map is coming up. Synthwave Pro, good to see you, man. Happy holidays, Throp and Chat. Happy holiday to you as well. All right. So, as I was saying before, we wanted to get into this. I see BIJ does agree. Lucy is the worst. It definitely is. All right, so let's get into the first video that I have here. It also gave me an opportunity to eat this food that just arrived. So let's get into the Christmas run that I did this morning. So just setting this up, did a 40-minute recovery run. Sunday's usually my recovery run. Decided to do it on the beach, and I figured I would just share a bit of the run with you today, and it being Christmas and all, and thought it was a nice piece of content and pretty easy to put together. So let's get that up, and hope you enjoy. This is the restaurant deck. Early morning, it's about 7:15. We start breakfast at 7:30, another 15 minutes or so. Nice and calm and quiet Christmas morning. And that's the sun coming up over the mountains way back east. Kissing the property. This is looking towards downtown. Then over to the west end. Still pretty early. Not really anybody out here on the beach. It'll definitely pick up later. Alright, Merry Christmas everyone. Today we're going to do a little tour, very short tour. Okay, so of course, starting here at Travelers, and we'll probably go up maybe 2 miles. Maybe. We'll see. See where the legs take us. I'm not gonna run hard at all today. Did 17 miles yesterday, so definitely taking it relaxed today. But let's get started. Start my watch. And we're going. I realized very quickly that this is probably not gonna be the best footage of me running on the beach in terms of the shakiness, because if I turn my camera around, it's gonna get way more shaky. But I will stop and film where and when I can. All right, just ran up by Alfred's. It's maybe like half a mile from Travelers. Used to have a lot of live music. I still think they have live music here, but not what it once was. Those remember what it was like back in the day. But they also have like beach volleyball tournaments, or they used to at least. And I do believe that this is where they're going to be doing fireworks from on New Year's Eve. At least they used to, from that barge out there. All right, Alfred's. Let's keep it moving. All right, we're still going here. We're about a mile and a quarter in, up by Margaritaville, and looks like we're gonna hit 2 miles, so I think we are. But hold on, I'll show you exactly where we are. We got Margaritaville, and Travelers is, where's Travelers? Somewhere over there. We'll figure it out. I think it's over there. We'll figure it out. We'll keep going up. Gonna keep it moving. All right, just hit the turnaround points. We are just at Beaches, at the end of Beaches. A little over 2 miles in. Feeling good. Still pretty cool out here. The sun is like not beaming at this point, so it's pretty nice. I think it's around 7:30. I can't check my watch right now, but let me give you an idea of where we are. 1 second. So that's heading back downtown. I don't think you can see Travelers because it's on the bend, but that's where we came from. This is the rest of the beach. So you got Hedonism, then Point Village right at that tip right there, and then of course Booby Cay Island. What else is left here? You basically have Long Bay, which is a public beach. That's where Reggae Marathon ends, so which is like kind of right tucked away over there. And then after that you have Azul, then you have Boardwalk, and there's one in between, but I forget the name of it. And then after Boardwalk is Sandals, and then right next to Sandals is, so that's Sandals right there, and then right next to Sandals is Hedonism, and that pretty much is the end of the beach, so to speak, at least on the northern end. And then you go into Bloody Bay, which is the other 2 miles that I always talk about, which is where the reuse are, and can't really get over there right now. Or I think you have to be staying over there. I feel like you can get there somehow, but I don't know how, like publicly that is. But yeah, this is Beaches. This is what we were talking about on the last live stream I did on Wednesday about their new rooms that they have here. And this is gonna be beautiful because like look what you have to look at and wake up to every morning is the ocean. It's like right there all the time. Morning, yes. So yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful view. I don't know which these are or what they are, but like, you know, it's Sandals. Obviously they're gonna do a marvelous world-class job with these things. Maybe we'll get a tour. You know, when it's all said and done, would love to do a tour and see what that view is like and what the rooms and everything are like. But, oh wait, you can see, I guess that's like the rendition right there of what they're gonna look like. Let's go take a look real quick. Hope I'm not intruding or impeding, but I always get excited about this stuff, especially when it has to do with Negril and investing here. And like I've been saying, you know, they're obviously seeing a lot of potential and are very bullish on Jamaica and Negril, as am I. All right, a little bit of a rant, but let's get back home. All right, just stopped here at Couples, which is another very nice all-inclusive off the beach here. I believe it's adults only, but definitely couples. It's made for couples, right? And yeah, probably got a mile and a half to the end of the beach, which we're not running that way. We're actually going to be running back down this way. Got less than 20 minutes to go. I'm gonna keep it moving, but this was nice lighting, so I figured I'd stop and share. I forgot that I did a leg workout last night too, after running those 17 miles in the morning. That's really why my legs are feeling a little wobbly. Just sharing where I'm at right now. So a lot of people ask me about where a good vegan place to go is, and this is where I send everybody. Rasta Aid. I've actually never eaten here, but everybody tells me it's really, really good. This is about half a mile up from Travelers, half a mile north from Travelers. A little more than half a mile, yeah. Slightly over half a mile. But cool spot. I'll get here some point and have some food and be able to personally recommend it at some point in time. But I hear great things, great reviews. Again, everybody I sent here is very happy with it. Rasta 8. All right, back to it. And that's all she wrote. Back to Travelers. We did 41 minutes together. 4.34 miles, 4.35 miles, I should say. 9:35 per mile pace. Contemplating jumping in the water, but it's a little late. So I think that's it. And we're gonna stretch it out all the day. Hope you guys enjoyed that tour, mini tour. If you like it, we can do it again. We can show off some more properties and different parts of the beach at a later time when we do this again, if you want me to do this again. But that was fun for me, nice and relaxed, no worries. Anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program. See you guys later. All right, we're back. Hope you all enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that? Let me know. We could always do more stuff like that. It was just very impromptu. Didn't plan to do it, but I figured since I'm running, might as well share the run with you all and just went with it. Yeah, good. Let me know what you all think. And if you want to see more stuff like that on the live stream or maybe even on the pods. But that was, pretty easy to put together. Just take out my phone, start recording, start talking, and show you where I'm at. Very easy, very simple. Let's get back to the view there. Shannon Love Coaching says, can you do a food or drink review? When do you plan to go to the vegan restaurant? Yeah, I can definitely do that. There's this other place I want to get permission from the owner. It's called Cottage. If you know Cottage here in on the grill on the beach road, beautiful. I shouldn't say beautiful, but very good breakfast, I should say. Excellent breakfast. They have good food in general, but they're definitely known for their breakfast. And I go there from time to time. It's very quick. They're super consistent, and they do a great job. It's pretty popular, and that's one of the places that I want to do some sort of food review, and then also give them some shine as well, because they're a small business, and they're doing some really great stuff. As far as when I'm going to go to Rasta Aid, I don't know. Sometime in the new year, hopefully earlier, sooner rather than later. And definitely do a review of the food. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic because everybody tells me it's really good. I'm not vegan or vegetarian or anything like that, but I can definitely appreciate the cuisine. I will definitely let everybody know when I do get around to doing that. Thank you, Shayna. And Shayna says, thanks for the tour. It was fun and informative. Excellent. Glad you liked it. And Ramsey says, good vibes, cuz. Thank you. Got the check mark from Michael. Appreciate it. Arthur says, I've eaten at Rasta Aid. The food is very good. Excellent. So another satisfied customer from there. Ebony X says, great view. Yep, the sun is coming out for sure. Welcome asks, is your guest house open yet? What's the name of it? Guest house. I don't have a guest house. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Welcome. I'm uncertain. Not sure what you're referring to. If you can just give me some clarification on that, that would be great. And I'll be able to answer. That was good. I was able to get some food down during that. Maxing and relaxing says, nice tour. Got to see more of the other end I missed. Awesome. Glad you liked it. Trying to see if it's worth me fixing the camera or not. It seems to be okay. I'm going to leave it as is. It's just getting brighter. Ebony says the water is a beautiful shade of blue. I agree. Rain says, was great to tour with you. Felt like being there for a moment. I admire your support for all things Grill. There is enough love to go around for all properties. Honorable. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. And I would love to just continue. Like I said, I didn't really put any thought into any particular property that I stopped at. I just kind of stopped there and just said what came to my mind, sort of thing. So yeah, I would love to do more of that and to feature more properties that I frequent, I enjoy, and that I can speak to from a personal experience. Obviously, Rasta Aid was an exception as I haven't been there yet, but again, I get a lot of great reviews from there, and I continue to recommend people there, especially vegans, because there aren't a lot of vegan choices here in Negril. And I always tell people, if you're looking to open a restaurant or do a business here, I think that is one that would do very well because there are very limited choices. There are very, very limited choices here in Negril. So just something to take in consideration if you are maybe a vegan restaurateur or a vegan chef. There is room for that type of business here, not just one. I think there could be a multitude of it. As long as you do well, I think you will be very, very highly supported from the community. And Ramsey says, I wish I was in that sun. I hear you. I hear you. I'm sorry it's so cold in Florida. That's so crazy. Globally, Wendy says, Merry Christmas, Throp fam from Wendy in Orlando. Merry Christmas to you as well, globally, Wendy. Channel of Coaching says, I think that person meant the bungalows. Oh. Sorry. I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, Okay. Cool. I have a little video on that as well. Should we just throw that up? I guess we could talk about that and then we could take it from there. One sec. So I just put like, this is like very, very quick commercial, if you will, video. Excuse me, video on the bungalows, and then I have a more in-depth, long version of the bungalows, just kind of breaking down the thought behind certain aspects of the redesign and other elements in the bungalow. So here's the quick commercial, and then we can talk a little bit about the bungalows. All right, that's a quick video on the bungalows. I will throw up the in-depth video in a second. So that's the new look. I know that was very quick, but like I said, I'm gonna put that other video up in a second. Shayna Love says, I think having a few impromptu content is great to mix things up. Yeah, okay. I think so too. I think that's a good idea. And I want to get more focused on that in, next year, and have a little bit more just scheduled content. I know, again, that was very super impromptu, but I just want to think of doing more things like that. And I did my phone. It would have been much better with the GoPro. The stabilization is better. It's cleaner, that sort of thing. But you just learn as you go through and you try these different things. So I will take your good idea, Shayna, and implement it. Ingrid says, this is beautiful. And Shayna says, okay, I see the upgrade. Thank you. Ebony says, it's beautiful. Welcome says, is it near Times Square? No, we are, if you want to know exactly where we are. We are, so here is Travelers here. So this is Travelers right down here. And Times Square is right here. So Times Square is maybe a little over a quarter mile away, I would say, from Travelers. That's where we're located. So we're in the same on the same screen, so to speak. Map is ready to go. It's on the ready, on the ready. You already know, Shayna. Ingrid says, looks so nice and cozy. Yeah, that's what we're going for sure. Just a little bit cozy. Oh, I just realized like the cart is in the way. Let me move it out the way. So I got my gear all over the place. All right. Trying these headphones on. Okay, I guess I'm gonna show the. Kay says, "Oh man," and pull up the map. I love it. I try. All right, let's show the long form content, long form video. All right, this one's about 5 minutes. Goes in a little bit more in depth on the upgrade of the bungalows, now known as cottages. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the tour today. And we're going to be taking a look at the newly renovated bungalows, or otherwise now known as the cottages, which we've gone through about half of them so far. And we're looking at cottages number 4 and 8 at this time. And this is just a view of the balcony. We changed the entrance from being in the middle. And so if you are familiar with the property, there used to be an entrance for 2 rooms in one of these bungalow housing structures, and now each bungalow, each room has their own entrance to the side and a little bit more privacy as well, because we split the balconies. So you don't necessarily have to talk to the neighbor if you don't want to, but you can of course go around if you would like. And moving into the room itself, these are brand new beds and frames and new design with the throw pillows and the standard pillows in the back there. And then you can also see the kitchenette unit that we renovated, and we'll get to in a second. Also, we added a working desk with a charging station, so you have USB and also Type-C there as well, right below the television. And that's for anybody who wants to get some work done, especially those work from home people. And this is a wider view of the room. And I just want to make note of the AC, because these used to be fan cooled rooms, and now we inputted, got rid of the louver windows. And so now it's completely sealed up, if you will, with, as far as the windows go, brand new windows. And also want to bring attention to the ceilings. So the ceilings used to be flat, and now we brought them up to an apex to give a little bit more room and make it feel a little bit more spacious, but still maintain the coziness. And also bringing some more attention to the far right corner of the kitchenette that we have, and we'll get to that in a second, and also the newly renovated bathroom. So we basically gutted this entire place. Even the floor tiles are brand new as well. And this is another angle of the bed, and just want to bring some attention to the LED bed frame, as well as the embedded nightstands and lamps, and another view of the kitchenette, I should say. And as you can see, it has basically all the utensils and tools that you might need to cook a meal. Included is a mini fridge there down on the left, and a hot plate, coffee maker, ice bucket, all the knives and utensils that you may need to feed a small family. Not necessarily Thanksgiving dinner, but you can definitely chef it up in there, especially if you're staying for an extended period of time. This might be a perfect type of accommodation for you. And that essentially is the kitchen. And now moving on to the bathroom. And as I mentioned before, like floor to ceiling, new floor tiles, new ceiling tiles. Got the LED frame around the mirror just to give a little bit more lights. We changed out the square louver windows for the ship window, I guess you can call it, and we got the rainfall shower head and the glass frame shower door. Even the towel holders, those are all new. And again, trying to bring together everything in the room, the kitchenette, and to complete the cottage experience, if you will. So very happy and proud of how this was done, and really wanted to give a modern look and feel to this new room category, the cottage. And so also with this wide angle, want to bring attention to the closet. So you got some drawer space there, and you got some hanging space as well, and your safe, of course, and the ironing board is on the other side in between the closet and the window there. And yeah, another angle of the room, and also want to bring attention to that long standing mirror there, so full frame mirror. And that essentially is the bungalow, and this is kind of our way of paying homage to my dad and where he started from with this hotel, Travelers Beach Resort. Started right with one bungalow and grew to the 60-room resort that Travelers Beach Resort is now. And my dad hasn't seen it as yet physically. I think he's seen pictures and everything like that. So just want to share this renovation with you all. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. So back to our regularly scheduled program. That was the bungalow. I can't even hear myself. I hope you all can hear me. Yeah, what did you think? Let me know what you think of the cottages that we have there. Any feedback? Okay, I'm seeing some feedback in the chats here. Kay says, love the simplicity. Getting some emojis from Cuzzo and Ramsey. Inga Baby says, lovely. Max and Relaxin says, I love these new cottages. Thank you very much. Chris Charles says, I trust Dad is on board with the hotel upgrades. He must be proud. I hope so. I think so. He says he is. And as I was saying before on the live stream that we did on Wednesday, the bungalows, they take up a good portion of physical land space, and they're only one floor. An idea that we were contemplating, we've been talking about this for years, as a matter of fact, even with our dad, was essentially knocking them down and then building 2-floor structures, increasing our room inventory as well, which, as you know, we would love to have higher room inventory right now, especially during these times, because we're running such a high occupancy. Anyway, as I mentioned in the video, my father started this property out with just one of those, and this entire property was just jungle, if you will. And I remember coming here as a kid, walking from the road from Norman Manley Boulevard, and then, traversing through the trees and everything like that to make it to the beach. Like, that's where the property is coming from. And at some point, my dad bought one of those wooden structures, back of a truck, had it delivered here, and that's what he started Travelers Beach Resort with. And then year after year, slowly built on it, always explaining to my brothers and myself his vision and saying, hey, the restaurant's going to go here, the bar is going to be here, the gift shop is going to be here, this is where the sunken lobby is going to be. And we didn't spend a ton of time here as kids, and we only had the summers, and our dad would explain the vision to us, and we only had maybe 3 weeks down here, and every year we came back, there was like some major change. And to us, it was just like incredible. Like 12 months later, there'd be a building that wasn't there before, or there'd be a bar that wasn't there before, or there'd be some new business. And my dad had just, had great vision and always was climbing and striving to just one up himself and one up the hotel. And this was something that he always had us in mind. I would say, he was doing this for us and our future. And thinking back, like, it's pretty awesome. Things did work out for all of us to come and move to Jamaica. Even though as a kid, I was like, I'm never ever moving to Jamaica. I could never do this. I could never live here. And a lot of it was because of just, I think, a kid being a kid in terms of what was important to me in my world, which was my friends, my sports, and my video games. And pretty much all of that was going to be gone, right? And the technology gap back then was huge, huge. Where now, we have cell phones, we have internet, we have great jumps in telecommunications. So it makes those, I would say, creature comforts a little bit more accessible. And of course, I no longer even think about those things. I think more strategically and futuristically about my future and that of my family, and when I have my own family. So very happy to have moved here and to just have the opportunity to work with my dad and work with my brothers, and then also have the vision of my father become a reality, which is me and my brothers having taken over the hotel. And that expectation was never like imposed on us in any way. And our dad always encouraged us to follow our dreams and do what we wanted to do. And there was never like this, you have to come to Jamaica, you have to take over the business. Like, that was never a conversation. I never felt that pressure. But I actually came up with, in my head, like, as I was going through making my decision to move down here during my senior year of college, just kind of going through the rat race of, as a finance major. So I was applying to all these finance companies and going through the rat race of doing interviews and filling out applications, and all of my friends going through the same stress, different accounting firms and stuff like that. And I was like, man, why am I doing this? And it was kind of like a knee-jerk decision. And I guess a lot of this was internalized, and a lot of this was just being built up over the years. And I was just like, why am I doing this? And I remember that this is like November 2001, where everybody was planning their future and figuring out their first jobs. I was like, hey, I'm gonna move to Jamaica. And so I did. May 2002, moved down here. And that's when I got my career started as a hotelier and entrepreneur. And it's worked out. So long story short, we got here from the bungalows, from the cottages. And I just, when we were again making the decision, like, hey, do we knock down the buildings, or do we, keep what we have? And we decided to keep the bungalows because, again, that's what my father started out with. And we were like, all right, how do we make bungalows 2.0? How do we take the bungalows to a more modern level, but still keeping it the same in many ways? And there's, the structure is there, and it's still travelers. When you come in and you're walking down to the beach and you look to your left, like, the bungalows are still there. And it's a very defining aspect of our property, huge defining aspect of our property. And in many ways, it makes it feel like travelers. And so, as you saw in the video, we upgraded it, made it more modern. The bungalows were originally and have always been a fan cooled accommodation, and this was good. It was more affordable to us as business owners. It was more affordable to people who were traveling, because, I'm sure many people here are aware of, that electricity cost here is amongst the highest in the entire world. And so, having a room that was fan cooled as opposed to air conditioned, we were able to charge a more competitive rate. But we decided that now that we're moving into more modern times, so to speak, that we decided to AC it. So in the grill and in Jamaica, but specifically in the grill, being originally starting as a fishing village, and it traditionally being known as a more rustic accommodation. Most of many of the windows are louver windows, and so was the ones in the bungalow. So what we decided to do was take out the louvers and put in air conditionings. And putting in air conditioning with louvers, it's like very, very inefficient, because you got these small little tiny gaps, and the AC is going to be overworked. So we got rid of that. So all of our windows are sealed, proper sealed windows. We used to have the I don't know what they're called, but we have drywall in it. But we never used to have drywall, so we have drywall and separation. I don't know what it's called, but insulation in between the drywall to one, help insulate for the AC and keep it nice and cool, but then also it's also a sound deterrent. And as mentioned in the video, it used to be like a flat ceiling walking in there, and we decided to put an apex there, and it gives it the sense of it being a little bit more roomier and a little bit more space. And we're able to hang a ceiling fan there as well. So if you don't want to use the AC, you can use a ceiling fan. And yeah, this is again kind of our way of, this is like recognizing and appreciating where we started from and taking that element and that nugget and bringing it to that next level, and trying to be as competitive as possible, and also just trying to give the best possible guest experience as we can. And I think a big part of that guest experience starts with the room that you're staying in. So it's very very good. Like, again, really proud of it. My brother, Wingate, and the designer, like, they are the ones who like really put this whole thing together. Me and Whitfield, we were part of the strategic meeting and continue to be in terms of the designs that we have coming along as it relates to the rest of the property. So excited, like extremely excited. I wish I could talk more about what we have going on and what we have planned for this restaurant, for the dining room, for the pool deck, for the other rooms. But as it comes out, I will share. I thought I was supposed to share with you the lobby, but I think we're gonna have to save that for another time. The lobby is another thing that is essentially completed. We're going to be redoing the lobby bathrooms. That's probably the one. There's actually a few little things that we left out of lobby, but lobby is very much, and we're just thinking about the future traveler. Like, we're thinking about, yes, the traveler that we have today in 2022, but which the traveler expecting in 2025 or even 2030, which we're probably gonna have to do another renovation in 2030, which is crazy, but that's just the name of this game, and that's just the way it goes. But we try to think into the future and try to think about what type of accommodations would they be looking for. And one thing that is for sure is it's like this whole work from home thing is here to stay. Hence, even having the desk in the rooms. And if you look at the lobby, it's very designed and strategically designed for people to be working there and having different places to plug your laptop in or iPad or whatever it is. But just, there should be, in my mind, like when I travel, is just like, especially if I'm working and I'm doing editing, whatever it is, like I like I don't like being in my room. If I have to be in my room to do concentrated work, fine, I will do that. But I like going to coffee shops. I like going to hotel lobbies if I'm allowed to, or even a restaurant, and just to do work there. And to me, these are the type of working environments and accommodations that the modern traveler is looking for. And then, of course, we have the backdrop of the 7 Mile Beach of the grill, and that doesn't hurt at all, right? And so we're trying to bring that all together, and so much more elements to come as far as the nuanced details and thought that we put into the product that will be the Travelers Beach Resort, or the new Travelers Beach Resort. But we're doing it slowly. We're doing it at our pace and taking our time. But the upgrades that we do have are being appreciated by the people who are experiencing it. And like you said, Chris, yeah, I do hope making Dad proud. All right, let's get back to some of these comments. Stanley, how you doing? This is happy holidays, Throp and Throppers. Have a great day. You too. You too. Good Vibes Only says happy holidays. We'll be in the grill for 2 weeks from Thursday. Can't wait to walk that beach. Any New Year's Eve celebrations? Yes. So we have here at Travelers, we have a New Year's Eve party. I do believe if you're not staying here and you want to get tickets, definitely get them early. I think we were running pretty tight on seats. I do understand there is going to be fireworks. I'm not sure exactly where they're going to be shot off from. I thought it's usually from Alfred's. If you saw the run video that I just put up momentarily, that you saw it was you saw the barge that I showed, that was Alfred's. But that's usually where it's from. But we are having a New Year's Eve party. Again, if you're not a guest here and you would like to come, highly recommend getting in touch with travelers as soon as possible and to make your reservation early. Rachel, what's up? Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Stanley Franken says, looking good. Thank you. Chris says, I hope to get a tour when I visit in January. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. I'll let you know, and maybe we can probably even share a little bit more with you, Chris, on what's happening. Donna Ramsey says, Merry Christmas all. Merry Christmas to you as well. SJC, what's the weather like there today? I just read it a minute ago. It says it's 85, but it's hard to believe because it's not like you think 85 and you think like it's going to be like super, super hot and not comfortable, but it actually is very comfortable. We got like a light breeze as well. But it says it's 85. It's 85. That's Fahrenheit, by the way. Lorraine says, nice work, modern and clean look, AC and USB a plus. Thank you. Justin says, Wingate showed me some of the bungalows while they were being renovated. They look real good. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Shane Love Coaching says, very beautiful and quaint. It looks refined, cozy, and classy. Just simple elegance. Love the jazz music in the background, which enhances the ambiance of the overall appeal. Thank you very much. Chris says, drywall has good thermal protection. Good point. Great point. Shane Love Coaching says, started from the bottom. Now we here. Yeah, we've come a long way. That is for sure. That is for sure. Let me see if I got everybody's comments. Kay says, both have Win in your names. Yes, all of us do. That's Winston, my dad, me, Winthrop, Winfield, and Wingate. Happy holidays to you as well, Ann Ramsey. Yeah, we all have Win in our name for sure. I totally forget where the next thing I was going to go to. Okay, yeah, all right. Talking about my upcoming travel plans. So I guess we'll get into that, and then I also have we'll get into the upcoming travel plans to bring everybody up to date and how we're closing out the year. So this is my last live stream of the year, fortunately or unfortunately, but I'm actually going to be traveling for the next 2 weeks, starting it's actually 2.5 weeks, starting tomorrow. Going to South Africa for a video gig, which I'm very excited about. I mentioned this on Wednesday during the live stream. So heading there on Tuesday and going to be there for a couple of weeks and supposed to go to Tanzania. I'm still trying to figure that out. But there won't be any. I'm going to try my best to do a live stream from there. I have to, right? I feel like I have to do a live stream from there. I'll figure it out. We'll make the time. We will. I'll do something. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I definitely want to share that experience with you. And I also mentioned like I'm going to be putting up videos on the Patreon and the membership page. So if you want to see videos and pictures about what's happening and being part of that, you can join the Patreon or you can join the YouTube membership. And you'll have that to look at and experience. But like I said, never been to Africa before, so very, very excited about this trip. Super grateful that I can be doing this type of work that's bringing me to a new continent that I've never been to before. But as far as like the content here goes, yeah, we're probably we got a video coming out tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Tuesday, because I want to do a premiere. I could just release it, but it's an interview that I did with Matthew Wallace. So that might actually have to wait till Tuesday because the premiere time would have to be in the evening tomorrow, and that might not be the best time for everybody. But I will let you know. So tomorrow or Tuesday, we'll do the premiere of the interview that I did with Matthew Wallace, which is a great one. And that'll probably be the last video for the year. But I will keep everybody posted on what's happening with the channel. Very excited. There have been, I also should update you all. I don't know if you remember when I did the we did a live stream from Treasure Beach. You guys remember that day? And it was raining and storming, and I had to keep moving the equipment, and the mic and the camera fell, and everybody thought I died, but I didn't. But that was the day that I kind of put out there that I was looking for an editor and also a media administrator. And like so many people, like it's so crazy. It wasn't even that high viewed of a video, but like so many people have reached out and applied for the position, which is awesome. Getting some amazing, amazing candidates. We put an ad out in the Gleaner as well, and getting some amazing, amazing candidates for that as well, from that as well. And it's just exciting that we're building and growing this team. So we're going through the whole interview process, and we have made some decisions on those positions. We are still looking for. We need 2 editors. We need 2 video editors, and still looking for that. But we have some solid people, and these interviews have been going like really, really fantastic. And they're all in country. You know, these are all people that are from live in Jamaica, are moving to Jamaica, as a matter of fact. But half the candidates came from the community, so it's been people who are watching here, and then there have been referrals of people who are watching and then talking to people who have skill sets that we're looking for, who either live here or are looking to move here. And so I just thought that was just pretty cool. Just putting it out to the universe, just putting it out to you all, and getting again some really fantastic responses and really fantastic candidates. So just wanted to keep you updated on that. And that's kind of like the focus really of, I would say, January / the first quarter of 2023 as it relates to Throt Media, is to really focus on building out this team, because at the end of the day, like that's kind of what it takes to, at least for the type of content that I'm producing, but to put it out in a more consistent and high quality regular basis, it really does take a team. And right now it's mostly on me, at least the creative aspect of it. And of course I have Candice, and she's been a godsend in so many ways, and she's been helping out a lot and really taking a lot of pressure off of me and really helping push things forward, especially on the business development side. But on the creative side, that's where we definitely need a lot more help and a lot more streamlining. And again, some really, really talented people here in Jamaica. Most of them are in the Kingston area, but this is a very, what would I say? This is a job where you don't necessarily have to be here. You know, you don't have to be here physically, except for the videographer. You know, we need somebody to set up cameras and sometimes do photography. But even from the editing position, like you don't have to be here. We have the technology in house. We have our own server where things can be downloaded and uploaded, that sort of thing. So exciting times for Thought Media in early 2023. And we want to make sure that we get the right team in place, the dream team, as I keep saying, and we are building a dream team. So that's just a little bit of an update on what's happening, and let everybody know what's going on with the content schedule, so to speak. So probably won't be anything up for quite a few weeks, but we're going to come back a lot stronger in early 2023. All right, let's get to these comments. Empress always says, I'm jealous, stuck here in an icebox in Canada. Oh, sorry to hear that. Mrs. My World, my world, is me world. Sorry. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you as well, Irie. Good to see you. Shane Lacocha says, your parents knew that each of you are winners. I guess so. Link says, great beach. Thank you. Ari says, South Africa, Tanzania, dope. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm excited. Rachel says, awesome. Yes, it's cool. Bring them all to Negril. That's the idea. And Rachel also says, my mom said, you were born for a purpose. Yes, I agree. You are phenomenal in bringing people together. Yes, your dream team. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm trying my hardest. And Rachel says, I'm excited for your trip to South Africa. I'll have the insights when you post to your Patreon. That's right. Absolutely. And I thank you for your Patreon support, Rachel. I really do appreciate it. All right. So I do next on the agenda. I do want to open up, especially this being the last live stream of the year. At least I think it will be. We'll see. Any suggestions with types of content that I'm going to put out a poll at some point, but as we hear on live, I might as well ask, but like any type of content that you would want to see in 2023. I have like a laundry list of different guests that I'm going to be bringing on, that we're hopefully going to be streamlining and have together in a very organized way. But also want to hear from you about any guests that you were any type of guests that you were thinking of having. I know Shayna, you had mentioned about doing the food review, which I do want to make that more of a regular part of the content that we create here. Is going offsite, going to different properties, going to different restaurants, and giving the insight on what those experiences are like, and not just here in Negril, all over the island. One place I definitely want to go next year at some point is Port Antonio. That is going to be a trip that I want to do really early in the year, and get that going, and do set things up with different entrepreneurs and businesses out there, and get an understanding of the different, we hear a lot about the different road works and being part of the road network, and that being a focus. And so I want to get out there super early next year. Man, if we could do it sometime in February, absolutely. Bring the new team out there, and talk to, again, different business owners, and get an understanding of what's happening, and going to like different local restaurants. So I'm excited for that. And then also other parts. I know I did Treasure Beach before, but I also want to do that again. I want to do that again. With the team and in a different way, and I want to be a little bit more intricate, and go deep on a few different subjects. And I have a lot of good friends out there as well, so that's also part of my plan. And maybe do a follow-up to the Kingston. I know I still owe Kingston the Kingston real estate tour. I still owe videos on that, but maybe we do a part 2 and we do follow-ups and see where certain developments are. I think that would be a good idea. I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head here, and just get an idea about where the developments that we visited earlier this year, where they are now, how sales are going, how prices are going, and that'll kind of give us a good comparison if there is an increase in value, which I assume there would be from last year to this year to next year. So that's another idea that I have. All right, let's go to these comments real quick. Good Vibes Only says was unable to get a reservation at Travelers, which is a shame, as your channel inspired our visit to Negril. So sorry, I mentioned this earlier before when we were starting the live stream today. It's just like I really recommend people start booking as early as possible. If you're looking to book for winter 2023, do it from now. And I'm not even kid you. Just get the rooms. If you even have an idea of the date that you want, or the week, or whatever it is, do it from now, because things have been a little wonky in terms of the off season. Like I said before, there's like not much of an off season. People, it's just kind of rolling from season into season for the most part. And it hasn't, the last year and a half hasn't been a situation where you can just kind of come in the week of, or the day of, or day before, and get a room. And that goes true for the winter. February, if you're looking to get a room, going to be very difficult. And I would have said the same thing a month ago. If we were back in November, back in October, I would have said it's going to be very hard to get a room in February, because a lot of people, and February is Canadian month, and a lot of Canadians, as they leave in February 2023, they're going to put the deposit down for 2024. And I would just really recommend that for the winter, as we move forward. And it seems like it's going to be like that way for quite some time. And we're not the only hotel that is going through that as well. And not that it's a bad thing. This is great for business, but a lot of our repeaters were unable to get rooms here, and I'm really sorry about that, but it's just kind of the way the market is going. Like, people are just booking earlier and earlier for their vacations because demand is just so high, extremely, extremely high. Like, just in general, I think Jamaica as a whole, and definitely I can speak specifically to Negril, demand has been incredible. So that's just my recommendation. I'm sorry about that. Good vibes only. I wish we could have accommodated you. Hopefully, sometime in the future, we'd love to have you. Inga Baby 51 says, "Throp, I would definitely like to see you interview more Jamaican hotel owners in 2023. We can't support our people if we don't know where they are or who they are." Okay, good point. I like that. I will do that. Consider it done. Consider it done. I know I was supposed to have an interview earlier this year with Gail Jackson Brooks. She's the owner of Negril Treehouse. Great, great hotelier, great community member. There are tons. I'm not going to go through them all. Then, that's probably a bad idea. But I know that's one hotelier that I have on my list that we just kind of just missed the ball. Actually, I caught COVID. That's what happened. I actually caught COVID. Like, we were supposed to meet on a particular day or a particular week, but then I caught COVID and everything got messed up from there. But she is on my list, and we will definitely get together. There's a tons. Not just here in the grill either. Not just here in Negril, Montego Bay, and as I mentioned before, going to Port Antonio. There are hoteliers that I definitely want to interview. So thank you for that, Ingrid. Great idea. Shane Love Coaching says topics slash show ideas, small business slash entrepreneur slash nonprofit organization spotlights, local community leaders that are making small contributions to improve slash enhance Jamaica. Good idea. And now, Shayna, do you think that that's something that we should do interview podcast style, or we should do kind of go on site, do almost like a document, not documentary, but like just documenting the day in the life, so to speak, and seeing their work. Let me know what you think, because we could do it either way. We can do it either way. It's obviously a lot easier, quicker, more efficient to have guests come here in studio because we can really bang out podcasts like much quicker than bringing a team, the cameras, the mics, etc., shooting it and coming back, editing it. That's I would say production is like a few days worth of work. But something to think about. It would be worth it, I would say. It would be worth it for sure, but like if it's a particular person or topic that has a high interest, like it would be worth it to us to go there. But there's also a cost, and that's something that I'm being very mindful for 2023, as having figured out how say if we do a site visit, how is that being paid for, and how is that being how are we being compensated for it? And I'm not saying like we need to make money. We just can't lose money. That's the idea for 2023, because this year and last year it was all about investing. It was all about creating content, at not at whatever the cost, but there really wasn't, my mind wasn't like, let's make money. But now, like, all right, we need sustainability. We need to be able to do this successively without having financial losses. So that's like the idea and the approach that we're taking for next year. Karen Kelly says, envy those guests spending Christmas on that gorgeous beach. Yeah, they are lucky, right? They're relaxing and maxing and relaxing. Inga Baby says, thank you in advance, Drop. You're welcome. Natural Yard says, do some organic form videos. And when you say organic form videos, do you mean like kind of like I did on the run today, just like me running, showing different places, that sort of thing? Is that what you mean by organic form? Oh, sorry, organic farm. I'm reading the little version, so it looked like anyway. I can't read. Organic farm. I actually do have a farm video of my dad's farm that I filmed this year, but just haven't had a chance to put it together. I know this is a high topic of interest, especially coming off of Throp X when we had Martin from Ostrojam Farms, and that was one of the most popular. That was one of the most popular videos. That was one of the most popular panels that we had, and so yes, organic farms. I will do that, not forms. I will do organic farms for sure. And I think that would be a good topic to do going to Treasure Beach, going to St. Elizabeth. That's like the breadbasket of Jamaica, right? Best place to do it. Natural Yard says, I especially want to see your dad's farm. Okay. All right. I'm going to put that on a list to try and complete that video. Okay, Shane is following up on my question to her, and she says it can be a combo. Do an interview on site, spotlight, can put in the community page that people can follow. Then after/before an interview, I like the day in the life, but use your discernment of managing your time and energy. Farm videos would be a great day in the life. But yeah, that's true, and that's easy too. Like I'm just thinking of my dad's farm and following the farmer around and get an idea of what he does to treat it and that whole sort of thing. Good idea. Good idea. Thank you, Shana. All right, these are great ideas. These are great ideas. Thank you very much. All right, I think that's all we got for today. I got dinner at my dad's house a little bit later. Got to pack up for this Africa trip that I got coming up next week, which is crazy. I haven't even really started getting myself together. Like definitely not even mentally. It's just been like a whirlwind of a year. This last quarter of this year has been crazy, and we're finishing it off in Africa, which is awesome, and starting the next year off in Africa, which is even more awesome. So, anything else from anybody? We're coming up on an hour and a half, which is cool, which is a little bit shorter than what we usually do, but it's awesome just being here and catching up with everybody and sharing what the beach is like with everybody. Let me know. Do I want to? I'm going to play the. I know some people came in late. Does anybody want to see the running video again? I was just going to play the bungalow video one more time for people who came in late. But let me know if you didn't see the running video, which is I just did a tour of the Negril Beach. It's quite lengthy. It's about 10 minutes. So I don't want to put people through it who've already seen it, but we are wrapping up. And those that didn't have a chance to see it, I was just going to throw it up one more time. But I will just throw up the cottages one more time. That's about 5 minutes. And then we will go ahead and close off the live stream. But if you want to see the running video of the tour of the Negril Beach this morning, I will throw that up. Just let me know in the comments. I'm gonna throw up the Cottage video now. Hello everyone, thanks for joining the tour today, and we're going to be taking a look at the newly renovated bungalows, or otherwise now known as the cottages, which we've gone through about half of them so far, and we're looking at cottages number 4 and 8 at this time, and this is just a view of the balcony. We changed the entrance from being in the middle, and so if you are familiar with the property, there used to be an entrance for 2 rooms in one of these bungalow housing structures, and now each room has their own entrance to the side and a little bit more privacy as well, because we split the balconies. So you don't necessarily have to talk to the neighbor if you don't want to, but you can of course go around if you would like. And moving into the room itself, these are brand new beds and frames and new design with the throw pillows and the standard pillows in the back there. And then you can also see the kitchenette unit that we renovated, and we'll get to in a second. Also, we added a working desk with a charging station. So you have USB and also Type C there as well, right below the television. And that's for anybody who wants to get some work done, especially those work from home people. And this is a wider view of the room. And I just want to make note of the AC, because these used to be fan cooled rooms, and now we inputted got rid of the louver windows, and so now it's completely sealed up, if you will, with, as far as the windows go, brand new windows. And also want to bring attention to the ceilings. So the ceilings used to be flat, and now we brought them up to an apex to give a little bit more room and make it feel a little bit more spacious, but still maintain the coziness. And also bringing some more attention to the far right corner of the kitchenette that we have, and we'll get to that in a second, and also the newly renovated bathroom. So we basically gutted this entire place. Even the floor tiles are brand new as well. And this is another angle of the bed, and just want to bring some attention to the LED bed frame, as well as the embedded nightstands and lamps, and another view of the kitchenette, I should say. And as you can see, it has basically all the utensils and tools that you might need to cook a meal. Included is a mini fridge there down on the left, and a hot plate, coffee maker, ice bucket, all the knives and utensils that you may need to feed a small family. Not necessarily Thanksgiving dinner, but you can definitely chef it up in there, especially if you're staying for an extended period of time. This might be a perfect type of accommodation for you. And that essentially is the kitchen. And now moving on to the bathroom. And as I mentioned before, like floor to ceiling, new floor tiles, new ceiling tiles. Got the LED frame around the mirror just to give a little bit more lights. We changed out the square louver windows for the ship window, I guess you can call it. And we got the rainfall shower head and the glass frame shower door. Even the towel holders, those are all new. And again, trying to bring together everything in the room, the kitchenette, and to complete the cottage experience, if you will. So very happy and proud of how this was done, and really wanted to give a modern look and feel to this new room category, the cottage. And so also with this wide angle, want to bring attention to the closet. So you got some drawer space there, and you got some hanging space as well, and your safe, of course, and the ironing board is on the other side in between the closet and the window there. And yeah, another angle of the room, and also want to bring attention to that long standing mirror there, so full frame mirror. And that essentially is the bungalow, and this is kind of our way of paying homage to my dad and where he started from with this hotel, Travelers Beach Resort. Started right with one bungalow and grew to the 60-room resort that Travelers Beach Resort is now. And my dad hasn't seen it as yet physically. I think he's seen pictures and everything like that. So just want to share this renovation with you all. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. So back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, we're back. All right, that was the second viewing of the cottages and the upgrades that we did. Somebody asked, Natalie Lindsay asked, where is this? So this is a Travelers Beach Resort here in Negril, Jamaica. Thank you, Justin. And those are our bungalows that were recently renovated, and now we are calling them cottages. So I just did that for people who weren't here earlier. Corey Campbell says, lovely. Thank you very much. And Shane, I love you came up with another good idea, which is to interview a guest that can touch on the topic of wellness, mental, physical, and health. Great idea. I definitely want to do that. We had Irie on earlier this year, and she did a great job. And I think maybe even doing more like that. That was another topic that was very of high interest during ThropX last month. And I think another great idea and a great idea to have somebody come in here and talk about that. So yeah, we'll do that. Making note of all of these great ideas that everybody put out there. And sorry, KP, I know I asked about the running video. I'm actually going to have to wrap up. But if you could just scrub back, sorry to inconvenience you. If you can scrub back, you can take a look at the running video. I can't remember how far back. It must have been close to about an hour ago, I want to say. If you can scrub back and take a look at that video that I posted. But we're gonna be leaving it there. And thank you all for your great ideas. Thank you all for joining the Christmas spectacular, if you will. 2022. And like I said, this is going to be the last live stream of the year. And it was a great year. It was really a great year that I saw a lot of growth with the channel. I saw a lot of growth with the type of content that we have and the quality of the content. Got a new studio this year, which was pretty awesome, pretty amazing, and excited and looking forward to 2023. Want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas once again, and wish you a very happy and prosperous New Year when it comes. If I can live stream in South Africa, I most certainly will. I'm going to be gone for about 2 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks, but we will do our best to try and get some content in, and I will do my best to try and do a live stream. So again, really appreciate you taking the time out to hang out with me today on Christmas and making me be a small part of your Christmas celebration. And this was awesome. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for being a part of this community and helping to grow it, and helping me to help everybody out there learn about Jamaica and hopefully help some people move here. And I know that's a goal of a lot of people out there. Anyway, wishing you all the best, and I will see you next year, I guess. Merry Christmas once again. Have a great day, everybody.